Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, and the boys, of course. Um, as we carry on our tabletop RPG night with some more Warhammer fantasy, where our players are in the city of Nuln, and in the last episode, they had gone to the Golden Hammer, the finest, ritziest club in all of Nuln, but only the highest of society members, and for some reason they were welcomed in. And didn't they cause a commotion? Or maybe their boss caused it. After enjoying some time speaking to the high nobles of the Golden Hammer and getting to know the well-to-do people, some secrets were revealed openly to everyone. Some high nobles were embarrassed, and a duel was placed. Later on, as they progressed through the Golden Hammer scene, as they were sitting down to a 4 o'clock meal, which is like brunch, second supper, I don't know. They were going to enjoy a beautiful, beautiful entrees and delectable dishes, but one of our party had to leave to perform some vital works. And on his way out of the Golden Hammer, he noticed something strange, and he went with his dwarven instincts and followed them, and found out that... Sorry, I was getting attacked by a fly. That's why I'm like waving my hand all over the place. And after following his dwarven instincts, he found out that there was a plan to poison one of the high nobles. A high noble who turned out to be an ally of their or his noble lord, Humperdinck. And after using intimidation to stop the people from drinking the poisoned drinks, they managed to save the noble. And Humperdinck, having been quite fed up of the cowardly nobles, had gathered up all his supporters and allies and had what's the word? Well, he basically went to his private estate, but there is a fancier word, but I can't remember right now. I'm quite tired.
Sweet.
No, when you leave from a party, you
You retired?
I'm retiring from the party. Thank you, Jim. Sorry, my brain's quite frazzled, so I'm going to be forgetting a lot of stuff.
How many years of service?
No, not that kind of retire. Retire from the party, not the service.
I know, I was trying to make a pen.
Yes, so after they pulled, he collected his allies and went upstairs to carry on his private party and to speak in private. The rest of the team were given some time to do what they wanted. They could go back to their own suite where they could just relax and have room service, or they could have gone off and done some things. Some of the party went off and done some things. Casper, unfortunately, decided to go into the poorer part of the dock area where the waiter who had been coerced into trying to poison one of the higher nobles, that's where his family lived. So Casper decided to go and investigate. Unfortunately, he was wearing very, very fine clothes for a very, very poor area and was kind of spotted, and the children were told not to hang around the creepy man. Livia went and checked on her plants and saw that Humperdinck had acquired a new vessel. His old ship no longer being there, he now has a mighty... where did I put the ship? Isn't it in NPCs or is it in PCs? It used to just be called boat and it was so easy to find. He's got like a bridge ship now, or a barge. He's got a barge riverboat. He's got the largest boat that can fit on the river. Oh my god, I'm getting attacked by fucking bugs everywhere. Fuck off, being of Nurgle. That's what you get. So if you're wondering what I was doing then, I kicked the fly because it was on my desk.
Drop kick a fly.
Why not? The little bugger came into my domicile without my permission.
Territory.
So, as our well, no, it makes more sense in this one. As our camera zooms in on the party, I believe was there anything you guys wanted to do before basically Ragnar comes back? Because you all can stay in the Golden Hammer for tonight. There's a duel tomorrow at noon. So I know Ragnar, I believe Blackhand have gone off, and Caspar and Livia were on their way back, I think.
Irelia was also with me.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, sorry, I do remember that now. So would you all be making your way back to the Golden Hammer to have a chat between yourselves, or was there anything that you could think of that you wanted to do in Nuln whilst shops and things are open?
Isn't it like 8 p.m. or something like that?
I thought
When
it was
you
quite late by the
return-
time.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 p.m. But when you basically when Ragnar finishes his work and returns to the Golden Hammer, it will be 10 o'clock. I think that's what we worked out.
Yeah.
Right. Is there anything I need? Can I find somewhere that sells a knuckle duster or a cestus?
Yeah, there are a number of places that would sell that kind of object, especially within a city like this. Sure, wouldn't be too difficult.
Okay. And buying price is the same as in the book, is it? Or I can't remember. It's been a while since I've actually had to buy something.
For the fantasy campaign and where you're in Nuln, it's just the book price.
Okay.
If you go to other places and there are restrictions on stuff, I'll let you know. But I'm pretty sure where you're in the big city, it's just normal price.
Okay. I'm gonna take a good quality cestus. Just because why not?
I'd want to buy a Lucky Charm, by the way.
Oh shit, I need to buy a Lucky Charm too. Thank you for reminding me.
How much is
No
a
problem.
charm again?
It's quite a lot.
5 gold or 15 gold?
I think it's
Oh.
50.
It's not 50. It's not 50. It's not 50.
I think it's 1.5.
I'll tell you
I'm
now.
gonna look it up.
It's under. I believe it's under oddities and trinkets.
It is indeed 15.
1.5.
Yeah.
Alright.
A zero.
How much is? What's the good quality change? Is it double or 5 times?
So you can go to good quality, which is 3 times, or best quality, which is 10 times.
Alright. So
You can't get a best quality Lucky Charm.
no,
because-
I'm talking about the.
Oh, your weapon. Your weapon.
yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
You can't get a best quality than that either. It's common or good only, or pretty good.
Yes, actually, I think you are right, because that's in the armory, isn't it? That it says that.
So that's 3 gold, and the lucky charm is 15. So I'll get. Drop that down to you. Thank you. Okay, so I get a.
I will also acquire a lucky charm.
Sure.
If it's only 15 gold.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I'll buy a lucky charm.
I'm not entirely sure about this music. We'll give it a go.
I'm not
Very
hearing
good.
any music.
No, I've only just put it on, and it's partly for
Ah. music.
the stream as well.
Someone now needs to throw a tantrum and engrave themselves eating cheese, engraving themselves.
Wait, what?
Wait,
This is
what?
War Fortress rules.
Sounds
What?
like a Ragnar thing to do.
Sisters. It's one. Wait, one. Shit, what was the weight on the shield? Oh, no, I already have it. Never mind. That's in my room. That's why I took it off.
I really need to make some more character art so I can have the stream look at other things than just the map of Nuln. I will do it at one point, but yeah, okay. So, was there anything else that anyone wanted to pick up before the big day?
I mean, we still have to have that talk about our expedition to Morheim, but I don't know when you exactly slotted it. I forgot to write that down.
Yeah, that's not going to be happening for, if I go over to the dates, that's not going to be happening for at least another week and a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it also depends on how much you guys want to do in Nuln. No. If you want to save Nuln from its creepy, crawly and nasty things, you can. If you want to move on, it's entirely up to you.
Now it's burn the whole place down.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, let's just start over. Just burn them.
I don't think Skaven will be particularly worse than the humans.
Jesus, stop me.
You know, although I make jokes about humans, that's a bit too far, my short friend.
I mean, Skaven are one of only 2 races that have a permanent place in the Book of Grudges, so...
I mean, out of character.
Who are
It
the
was-
other ones? Orcs?
Orcs.
Orcs, yeah.
Greenskins. Filthy greenskins.
Yeah.
Orcs even get the honor of being plus 10 for weapon checks against them, or ballistic
Oi, you
checks.
dirty, stunty bastard. Don't make me get
You
the boys on ya.
You say that, but you'd still sell to them.
Ragnar would. Not Ragnar, Blackhand would.
Yeah, Ragnar would.
No,
Ragnar would sell them.
That's
The
what I'm
same way he
saying.
sells
Black-
Twitter
I
seeds.
wouldn't. Blackhand wouldn't. Ragnar would.
Ragnar does things to uncover lost secrets. Blackhand does things for money.
Also, I swear to God, now in this campaign, we have to come upon a group of orc boys, just tearing open a cold one, so we can say we're opening up a cold one with the boys.
Oh, for God's sake.
So, dwarves have a talent, Grudge-born Fury, plus 5% weapon skill against.
Yeah,
Goddammit.
Yeah.
orcs,
Against-
orcoids, basically.
Orc slash, between
Goblins.
brackets, hobgoblin,
Hobgoblin.
Yeah. Okay, you don't need to eat the microphone. God damn it, Ollie.
Anyway, right, so back on track. So after buying some items, the group returns. It's gotten dark now. The ladies of the night are definitely out in force as our team makes their way past the dragon. Maybe a couple of the girls give a few of them a little wave as they walk by, as they make their way to the Golden Hammer. So, to speed it up a little bit, in whichever order, doesn't really matter, you make your way back to the Golden Hammer. And as you go back up to your estate, you can hear just raucous laughter coming from upstairs. The rest of the Golden Hammer, it's still active. The nobles are still there. They're still drinking. And you can hear, and see the staff moving around on the first floor. But you can hear Humperdinck on the first floor from, I think it's the 4th floor. You can just hear the raucous laughter, the merriment going on in your boss's suite.
Well, Humperdinck seems to have fun.
Yeah?
And you can also hear the laughter when you guys go into your suite, which is only one floor below Humperdinck's. You can hear that the other nobles are all enjoying themselves. There's even laughter that you can't place who's laughing, but you could make some assumptions. But you all go back and gather round the dining table in your suite and have a drink as you discuss what you should do in the morning.
You just shoot him right between the eyes. That's what you need to do.
Yeah. Don't take any risk. Just go for a nice clean headshot.
It doesn't need to be between the eyes. All he has to do is make sure he doesn't get back up.
I'd actually recommend shooting him in the eye, because that just goes straight into his head.
Yeah.
Good
Plus
point.
Plus, then he literally sees it coming.
Oh, you boys.
I'm sure
For that one,
if,
you can regenerate 2 fortune points when you sleep tonight. That was good. I like that one.
Yay!
Let's be careful though. I'm sure the Marquis has something planned.
Oh my god, I have full fortune
does.
again.
Almost certainly.
Just why do you tease me so?
So you said
True,
regen,
true.
You regen 2. I have a limit. I have a limit of 2. So.
I have a limit of nothing.
Ouch. Basically,
Yeah.
we just need to feed you Lucky Charms.
Oh shit.
So, how are we going to convince our gracious lord to not put himself in the line of fire? Because something tells me he might still try.
I mean,
The thing is, he made a big show of him accepting the challenge and your man not. So it's gonna be very difficult, and it might have repercussions for him. But
maybe try to work the angle of, wouldn't it be glorious for your warband that we put down their lackey?
no, because it's more.
No.
It's okay. It's showing off that the warband has skill, but he put himself behind it. This is supposed to be his big. This is his specialty. His specialty is black powder.
We could just do something slightly negative towards him insofar as knocking him out so he can't participate.
I don't think that would be particularly wise.
I don't think so.
Doubt that it will go well.
I mean,
You people-
I was just looking at worst case scenarios.
I mean, I'm
I
up
mean-
for a drinking contest.
I think attacking him in any way voids our contract. So
Well, it certainly would void your contract.
Well, some of you are able to put people to sleep without touching them.
No, you people are thinking about this all wrong.
You remember how that happened? How that ended up the last time she did that?
You see, Humperdinck. If Humperdinck
Out of
backed
character,
out and
I'm
allowed
telling you
me,
that sleep spell worked perfectly fucking fine. It was the drop spell that, backfired.
Shat yourself.
Yeah, well, you know that. I had no idea what you were casting at the time.
Yeah.
you see,
You
Humperdinck
had no
backing-
idea that she shot herself.
Yeah. Only Ragnar smelt that she shat herself.
Oh yeah, well, never mind then. Ignore that retcon. That didn't happen.
You see, Humperdinck backing out now wouldn't be a problem, because I forgot the name of that small man. He was the one that backed out first, and
The
besides,
coward.
Humperdinck would
But that's-
probably enjoy it a lot more. The fact that someone from a race which Sir Edward despises killed him. That would
That's-
probably make him far happier than just, a
Or
regular
we
human
could make it
killing him.
an ultimate insult and make a commoner kill him in a duel.
what do you want to do it?
Fuck no, I don't know how to use the pistols.
I mean, I know black powder.
No offense, Blackhand. You're skill is with a gun that prides itself on being inaccurate.
I mean,
That's only
you could
because
just
I
walk up
didn't
to
have
him.
the cash for better guns, and Humperdinck didn't want to fund it.
I
So
mean,
you have.
is accuracy really a problem if you saturate the area enough?
No, that's the point of the blunderbuss, but this is not going to be a fight with a blunderbuss. This is a fight with presumably mastercrafted pistols. Feel like
Probably.
Ragnar, what's your ballistic skill? Total.
What's this ballistic skill you talk of?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
this is something. As much as it pains me to say that an elf might be better at something than a
Does it
dwarf,
have anything to do with ballistas?
It's a dueling pistol fight. I'm sorry to say this, my bearded friend, but I'm pretty sure you're not that good with those.
I mean, 64 is good.
I'll be.
Maybe
you
two
know
is
out of
better.
character that Jim is just min-maxed for fucking. ballistic
Yeah.
skill.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
not my
But
fault. I just went for
Jim
what I'm
did-
good at.
But
No,
wait,
no, my days.
I was confused. I thought Jim didn't want to do it anymore.
no,
No,
we're trying
I
to
want to do
convince. We're trying to figure out ways to convince Humperdinck not to do it.
Hey, I forgot this screen exists.
Oh, yeah.
That's the old
There's no
picture I
Casper
used.
art. That's like my
That's
art,
the
it's really
person
good.
who is no longer with us
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
because
keep
he
on.
fucked off to work on a casino boat
No, he drowned. He knew
mean-
too much.
or drowned.
It's the official story.
You see,
Yeah.
he left the warband, but he knew too much. So
Did-
Yes.
Oh yeah, he kind of did.
yeah,
Eh.
he did.
I didn't really like him anyway, so it's fine.
Oh boy.
Yes. So, unfortunately, this is one thing that elves do have over us dwarves: is their skill with personal long-range weapons. That can do think it's best if we let Aurelia, almost said it, Liliana, take this one.
You were right the first time, not the second.
I know. I said I almost said. Yeah. So we just need to figure out how. I do think playing on the guard captain's
Racism.
bigotry, yeah, racism, and superiority complex are the way to go for convincing Humperdinck.
Sounds
mean-
good.
If we really wanted to, just let Humperdinck and all do it and just fuck with him. You could always just have one of the spellcasters cast drop or something from like a few meters away.
That would be
If I
But
might
that's going to be rather.
interject,
could just run up and
I
Wouldn't
seem to
the
recall
place be
the
warded?
captain having a particular amount of jewelry on him, and I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume some of that jewelry is magical protection of some nature.
I think we checked them and there is none.
Now, I certainly could beseech more to grant a boon to our champion, whoever ends up dueling, but, well, the favor of the gods is fickle at the best of times.
Yeah.
You just see Livia smirk.
It's almost this you. It's these miracles sound a lot like magic. Don't
Give me
trust
2 seconds.
magic.
Oh, they're not magic, Ragnar.
Aurelia's
See
going to
Livia
look.
grin.
Aurelia's gonna look at Ragnar and say, "Yes, Ragnar, they're not magic," and then she's gonna obviously wink at you.
Do that whole slow mo, whole head to the side kind of wink.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. But
Hey, if you're stuck in your delusion that runecraft is not magic, I'm gonna have my own delusions.
so are you daring to insult
I
my
think we should...
craft?
Okay, we had enough personal attacks on each other earlier today. I think we should just ease off it. We have either a good night or I'm going to go to my room now. And
This is fair. Sorry.
thank you. So what about them elves, eh?
Yes, what about them elves?
Yes, we are
The
quite
Burn
afraid
them.
of this too.
The Marquis seems to have quite a remarkable interest in them.
Yeah.
Quite an unhealthy one, if you ask me.
The man literally wanted to buy one.
I mean, I feel like he's wanted to buy a few and has bought a few at this point.
Probably.
We're not
I mean,
leaving here till we sort that out.
Not a
Oh,
You're
way.
sure about that?
Humperdinck may have a different take on that.
Oh,
Also,
Humperdinck might want to, but I don't think we will.
Yeah.
Humperdinck stands to profit
Yeah.
if we remove the Marquis.
That's
'Cause
If you
true,
remove
but
the Marquis, that's one less guy for him, between him and the Countess. So
Yeah.
at the same time, I don't think we should make it too obvious. How many people know he has beef with the Marquis? And how many people know
everyone.
we are in his employ?
everyone.
It's one of those unspoken.
I'm saying
this is
it
the
would be
game of
ha-
nobility. Those two
It
are
would-
those two are some of the closest to the Countess. Of course, they're going to be rivals of some sort, and
Yes,
even then,
but
a lot of the
wouldn't
nobles
it
know
be
that.
too convenient, even for nobility, if suddenly a Marquis has been murdered
Yeah, that's why he was talking about.
after Humperdinck threatened him, no less.
Yes,
Maybe indirectly, but he did.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
that's-
aren't planning to murder him.
this is why he already
No.
talked about. There's already contracts in place. If the Marquis dies, Humperdinck is going to get killed by an assassin.
So
'Cause
hire an
even
assassin to assassinate the assassin?
Even Humperdinck has the same things. He talked about this one last time.
Would we kill the Marquis and then bail to Morheim for a year?
Basically, we need to make
Supposed
sure
to
that
go to-
if we're going to kill the Marquis, we need to make sure it's justified and ensure any contracts of his are.
And
Well.
have our bags packed. Got it.
Well, if all things go well, we shouldn't have to kill the Marquis. If anything, he'll lose his support along the nobility.
I wouldn't bet on it. The Marquis probably has some couple of backup plans, and even if he dies, for a legitimate reason, the Sassans would go after us anyway. Probably paid in advance, and all
This-
that stuff.
This whole duel is an attempt to assassinate Humperdinck.
No, I think that's actually a spur of the moment thing. I truly believe that the little wastrel was just angry that his announcement of being a cuck was
You did-
finally public.
Well, the little
You-
weasel did seem pretty regretful of his choices in the heat of the moment before the Sir Edward stepped in.
You also
Sir
didn't
Edward
see. Yeah, you didn't see Sir Edward and the Marquis's faces when they realised the opportunity.
Sir Edward was rather quick to step in.
It may have been spur of the moment, but
Oh,
the
of course,
reaction-
they're capitalizing on the situation, but that doesn't change the fact that the initial idea was a spur of the moment.
Yeah.
The poison was probably already a plan to get for Humperdinck, and then they changed their idea for any supporters just in case afterwards.
I should speak of that. I should probably go apologise for the kerfuffle I caused.
Well, you did prevent an assassination.
I would say leave that until morning because it already sounds like they're having a great time up there.
Plus, Ragnar, you have already apologized once. Twice, it's a bit too much.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah.
let them get shit faced. Use his sweet and everything. Yada yada yada. It'll be
If you
fine.
keep apologizing, we're gonna have to get you "I'm sorry" plaque.
If
I
it's
think-
made out of
wait.
pure, if it's made out of pure gromril, I might accept it.
Can we have it in
you're
the shape
going
of a
to pay
leaf?
for it, sure.
I mean, we still have that countess door.
You're gonna steal the door, melt it down into fucking gromril.
We are not
ingots.
The door
stealing
can
the
remain in
Countess
it.
Elect's door.
It was a
But the gromril.
it was a
I pointed black and clearly he doesn't think it's a joke.
Blackhand. Where are you from? Gromril's valuable. When I said we were going to steal the door, that was a joke. We're not actually going to steal the door.
I mean, if you really want to, I'm up for it. And I'm
How
born
are
in
you gonna walk out of this city with a door?
The
on
door
a boat.
is the size of the fucking boat, if I remember correctly.
It was a
like-
massive door.
It was, and that's not even the thing. There's two of them. There's two halves of the door, is there not?
Yes, there is.
There's technically 4 if you count the one in the Temple of Sigmar too.
Yes.
Wait,
Right.
Oh, we could go there instead. No, Blackhand. I hear your brain formulating a plan. That was also a joke.
Oh.
But we could.
Sadly.
Speaking of Gromwell, we could beseech our master mage friend, because he had some, just albeit a small amount, but he may know who has some that we can acquire.
I don't think we're paid enough to buy fucking gromril.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, if what you say is true and it is really
Who said we
valuable.
would be paying?
A dwarf can dream.
What use would we even have for that amount of gromril?
It
A full plate armor.
it is some of the
I
sturdiest
Don't
material.
think
And
there was enough in the door for a half a dozen chainmail rings.
Oh,
let alone
God.
a full plate.
even enough for a single ring. They take to runes like nothing else.
Well, if you can put a rune on a single ring,
I can put a rune. The
Can
size
you
of things I can put.
can you put runes on jewelry?
You don't
Yes.
know half of the runes we can put on things.
That's why I'm asking.
Out of character, they have runes for light bulbs.
There are 3 types of runes. It's like weapon, armor, and talismanic. So
And
talisman is
rings
like
do count.
it's like rings, necklaces, that sort of shit.
Let's see.
You are limited by the space, so you can't put a mastercrafted rune. Like the best type of rune on a ring is too small. You can do other permanent runes.
Yeah.
Do you think? Hey, Humperdinck was flaunting about how he's got exotic stuff, like from the south, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that includes weaponry?
Potentially, if he hasn't sold it all.
Hmm,
Why? What
I'm gonna have to ask something
is
of him.
a sword from southern human the same as a sword from here human?
No. And I thought dwarves were the connoisseurs of finely crafted weaponry.
I hear they curve swords in the
The-
south.
I know, right? How crazy is that?
The
Curved swords.
critical thing of what you just said to me, Carla, is quality weapons.
Curved swords.
So an axe.
No. A curved sword.
An axe
They're
blade.
just gonna look to Ragnar, wink, and be like, humans, right?
I'm gonna quickly take a piece of parchment and charcoal. I'm gonna draw a curved sword
Alright,
for Ragnar.
okay. You know what a cutlass is. They have cutlasses here.
They do. This is fair. It's
I'm
like
not
that's just.
talking about a cutlass.
I know you're talking about what kind of curved sword you're talking about.
A scimitar.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Koshek.
You
Yeah.
see, when
Yeah.
I was down in Araby, they had that. How do you know how they were called?
I just got a voice through something called out of character knowledge.
You see, there is this god that talks above us every now and then. We don't know what it is. We don't talk about it because it's weird.
Yeah. I could
Hearing voices
probably
is usually
make
heresy,
you.
so...
If you give me some measurements, I could probably make one of those for you. I mean, still looks like an axe would be better, but
I've never seen a dwarf in fantasy with a sword. Just putting it out there.
oh no.
I mean,
But all that changed when Ragnar attacked.
You know,
When the
I
fire
never s-
Ragnar attacked.
the thing is, I have
The
never
Smiths
seen a
lived
dwarf.
in peace until the Fire Ragnar attacked.
I have never seen a dwarf with a sword.
And sold
I
all their
have
secrets
seen
to the orcs.
I have seen dwarves with daggers and knives, though.
Yeah.
I think they call those swords.
Ooh, racism.
I was
I
about
think that's
to
minus
make a
one fortune point for you
comparison
today.
between
Yeah.
like raccoons being trash pandas and dwarves with daggers being essentially trash dwarves, like
I think
dwarven
someone's
raccoons.
just lost all their fortune points. Raccoons or what?
Oof. Hey, you never heard of the term trash panda?
Yeah.
no.
That's
Is that
literally
good?
what they call them, trash
Yeah.
pandas, because they have a panda color scheme, but they feed
do.
off trash.
They do.
Yeah.
So, your plans for tomorrow. Do you want to try and convince Humperdinck to let one of you be his champion? Or do you want to just go, fuck it, let's see what Humperdinck can do?
I want to try.
I'm tempted to see what Humperdinck can do.
I want to convince him, and maybe we should let our face try to convince him.
I want to ask Humperdinck if he's got a Kopesh I could buy off of him.
What now?
It's a
Kopesh.
sword. It's a sword.
It's a sword.
Yeah.
So technically it's a sword from the Tomb Kings.
Yeah, from the Khmer, but since they're against, like, next to Araby, maybe, and he hinted he's got staff from down south.
He gave the Electus Count jewels from the Tomb Kings and from the Lizard Men, so there's a chance he has a decent amount of cargo on him that none of you have really questioned. So
I'd love
he had
to get
warpstone
a best
in his
quality
boat,
one
so
for that +1 damage, but I can't afford it, and the less encumbrance is not worth it for me to go for a Go one.
Yeah.
Best quality doesn't give you +1 damage.
Yeah, for
It
Kopesh it
for the
does.
Kopesh. It specifically says that the right
Ah.
weapon is best craftsmanship, improves damage to strength bonus +1.
I retract what I said.
See,
It's-
this is
well, by all means, if
it's
Humperdinck
concerning.
survives this encounter, you can ask him.
Irrelevant will
Not
go
push
with
that
Ragnar.
away.
She'll not force Humperdinck's hand, but she will, try to talk to him into letting her do the.
Okay.
I mean, you could offer something in exchange.
Yes, my skills.
Okay. So, was there anything else your group wanted to plan for, or will you finish up the evening and call it a night?
I think finish up the evening and call it the night. Well,
Okay.
Ragnar would anyway, because
So
he's had a long and stressful day.
you talk for an hour, having a drink, as you do, as there is a bar in your room, so yeah, why not? But by about 11, most of you turn in. It's kind of difficult to get to sleep to start with, because quite a lot of noise can be heard from upstairs quite late into the night. But for those of you who don't have problems sleeping during laughter and merry making going on around you, you drift off and fall to sleep. For those of you who don't need to sleep as long as the living or
Perhaps we would admit he is undead.
for the cursed and the elves, technically you can stay up later. The merrymaking goes on for quite some time as you just sit and meditate and think. And the morning comes. So, as you, the warband, wake up nice and early, it's about 9 o'clock as you're all gathered round a table and the servants enter. Well, there's a knock at the door and they let themselves in. A sumptuous banquet for the first meal of the day, at the very least, is brought in. Fresh fruit, smoked fish, cured hams, eggs, bacon, breads, freshly baked breads, and sweet buns. An almost uncountable amount of dishes are brought in. Tiny little sandwiches, cakes, different types of vegetation that has been steamed in steeped in water. They call it tea, apparently, but there's also a pot of coffee there.
You annoy me that I can't enjoy food and drink anymore. My favorite drink has just arrived.
Is there any ale I can have? Cider,
Ales have been brought.
That reminds me, I need to drink another one of my blood wines.
I take a small casket of ale.
No one's gone.
12 pints of ale for breakfast. Are you sure, Blackhand?
Do it. I dare you.
Quarter. Then. 4
So
pints.
6.
I triple dog dare you.
4 pints.
Okay, 4 pints. What's your toughness bonus?
Let me check.
I think
Why
it's
are we
over. I
assuming
think it's
44.
Okay, you got 4. Okay, no.
Magnificent.
You're fine for now. You drink your ales and you don't need to test, as far as I'm aware. But
Ragnar would ask
just
for
keep
a-
in mind, if you drink another ale today, you do technically need to roll for consume alcohol.
Ragnar would ask for a single pint of the strongest thing they have. Who's gonna need it to get through this day if this guy stays alive?
A pint of the strongest liquor they have. Do you want
Sounds
to...
like Bugman's.
Ale.
Ale
Okay.
they have.
Okay, they bring you a very strong dark ale.
Someone needs to teach you fellas about drinking responsibly.
Get him a Bugsman's.
We're dwarves.
I was
We
low-key
don't drink responsibly.
I was
Being
low-key
dwarves does
hoping they
not-
had a Bugman's.
It does not give you a pass from responsible drinking.
Exactly.
Like, so
You should
technically...
have ordered a Bloody Mary.
You don't get to talk, Jim.
Technically, if you ask for specifically for a Bugman's, they will look at you kind of oddly, but this is the Golden Hammer in Nuln, so they probably do have a cask. Bugman's isn't really a drink that humans consume a lot. It is highly prized for the dwarves. So whilst, dwarves definitely could get one, because this is the ritziest place from fucking miles and miles around. Yeah, they probably could get you one. If you want to drink it, by all means, go ahead. I'll get the rules.
I don't have the 50 gold coins needed for it.
It's not like you're in the ritziest like this place. You pay a yearly price to stay here, and then you get free everything. So if you want one, you can drink one, but
Ragnar wouldn't even assume they had Bugman's, so he'll just drink whatever they think is the strongest ale they have.
then they'll bring a very strong dark ale, which for a human would be a very, we're talking almost 6-7%.
But Bugman's is an ale.
Yeah, but
Bugman's is an ale, but if you drink just one glass of it, you're stinking drunk. You're pissed
There you
paralytic.
go.
For dwarves, it's a little different because they are dwarves. They're used to drinking. But it's still, you could end up being stinking drunk for a number of hours. You could just fall asleep. Or you could... there's a chart that I can roll on. So, by all means...
You know what? Just for fun, yeah, you said they've had it. I'll have a Bugman's. Say they brought over a Bugman's because they saw it was a dwarf.
Okay, then. So...
It's not going to go well.
I'm going to need a consume alcohol test. Let me just double check what the writing says about Bugman's. Hang on, did I go?
I believe it's minus
Bug?
20.
Yeah, it's minus 20.
So, yeah, consume alcohol test, minus 20. Essentially, if you fail with this, you're stinking drunk.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, I have consumed alcohol. So...
What career do you need for consume alcohol?
Lots. Suck it, Bugmans!
With 1 degree.
Wow.
With 1 point. So, you get 2 degrees. You're quite surprised that they have Bugmans here. And as you drink it, eating your breakfast, by the time you finish it, you have a very strong buzz going on. There is a very strong... Oh yeah, if I have another one of them,
Blackhand, you need to have... Have you had one of these yet? I don't know whether they have them at your hold. But every true dwarf needs to start a day with one of these.
You know, I'm more of the keep the Bugman for the special occasions.
It is a special occasion.
We're
It could be
gonna...
a jewel.
I mean, a special occasion for me, not for Humperdinck and his natural armor.
Keg's End.
I'm gonna do something mean. I was gonna look at Raiden. Huh. I didn't expect one of you dwarves to be that yellow-bellied.
I mean, probably would have come closer if I knew what yellow belly mean.
Wait, did you say
Coward.
look at... Did you say look at Ragnar?
Yeah, I looked at you like, I didn't know one of you could be that cowardly. Just like, you're not this, but he is.
Yeah, he's but a child, even for us. What about you, Casper? I know you like the finer things. Are you gonna have one?
Oh yeah, I bet it tastes like ash and piss in my mouth.
Or you
That's a good point.
don't deserve it anymore.
I don't deserve it because I don't taste things anymore. Blackhand.
Oh, right, forgot.
Curses are a terrible thing, okay?
Yeah, you're a cursed
Well, they
person.
call them curses for a reason.
I am keeping my voice low when I say that, by the way, just so I'm not fucking yelling at the waiter.
Don't I also get immunity to fear tests for 1d10 hours? Because Bugman's.
I think you do. I had it, and then I went and looked at the consume alcohol test, and then I lost where Bugman's was. So
Immune to fear for 1d10 hours.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll it?
sure, yeah, you can roll a 1d10.
7 hours of drunk Ragnar.
Oh god.
Or tipsy Ragnar. Makes you feel like you can take on the world.
That liquid
I mean-
courage coursing through your veins.
I mean, out of character, the reason why I didn't want to drink the big beer is because I have a minus 20. I only have 22 on my consume alcohol.
Oh, I know. Aurelia was just being mean. She doesn't mind it at all.
I mean, you're an elf.
Would that stop a dwarf?
Exactly. If you were a true dwarf, Blackhand,
What are the consequences?
you
Stinking
get
drunk.
stinking
Stinking
drunk.
You get drunk, yeah.
You get stinking drunk, which basically you roll on a chart, and if it can end up to you starting a fight, to you getting belligerent, or you just falling asleep for the next 1d10 hours.
How about if
1d5.
you do it, I'll try it. See what happens.
Oh,
See?
Christ.
We even have a bet going on.
You know, out of character, I kind of want to do it, but I also know it would totally derail the session.
If you were a true dwarf, you'd do it.
Probably not.
That'll be fine.
We'll just drag you with us. You fall
Yeah.
asleep. It's fine.
Like, we'll just knock you out. We got enough knocking out power to knock you out.
Yeah. Oh, to my notes.
Barmaid! Another one from my friend.
Minus 20.
Can I see the chart?
It's...
Old World Armory, page
It's not in Old World
63.
Armory.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
So-
Page 63 of the PDF, not of the book.
So, I've only had a few ales. No effect. You can act as normally. You get a minus 30 to weapon skill, ballistic skill, agility, and intelligence.
What
That's
page?
fine.
Yeah.
63 on the PDF.
Right.
I feel unusual, confused. You may move only half your normal rate, but otherwise you take no actions. You're my bestest friend. You're aware of what's going on.
So that
You may
I'll
defend
drink
yourself.
one.
It's nothing's like you die.
Yeah. The
They're
worst
all
it
just
gets
funny.
is you fall. Yeah.
Are you looking at my halfling?
What page in your army is it?
My favourite is you pass out in a pool of your own vomit until someone
what?
wakes you.
For 1d10 hours until someone wakes you.
We're all agreed we're just leaving him here if he does that, right?
I'll carry him up to the room, it's fine.
You are in the room whilst you're sat around having breakfast whilst this is all going on.
Go on, Blackhand.
Good
See-
lad.
So-
Target 2.
Would you like to roll a 1d100?
Christ.
Oh.
It's fortune.
You can.
Don't use a fortune for this. Just
Don't,
accept it.
don't use a...
You can, but you've got 2% chance of succeeding.
Yeah. There's no point wasting a
I
fortune
mean, you've got a
on this.
95. Nuffle might be like, your next roll might be a 1 or a 2, but...
Oh! Oh!
So,
Michael Rick.
so,
It's not exactly too worse.
so Blackhand,
No.
you can use a fortune point on that. Okay, you get a 1. No, you can use a fortune point on rolls like that. I do allow it. So for the 1d100, if you want, you can.
Are you sure? You projectile vomit and pass out for an
I'll
hour.
blame it on my for other else.
Roll
Okay,
ballistic
so-
skill to see if you vomit on someone.
So as you're all
roll
sat
dodge to
round
get out of the
having
way.
having breakfast,
Can I parry
And,
with a
um,
chair?
as Ragnar finishes his ale,
Yes.
This,
you see
fucking
the goading
mushroom.
happen. You see the teasing of Blackhand not having a drink, and begrudgingly he accepts. And as he's eating some of the food, ale is brought up, and he looks at Ragnar, and Ragnar, kind of feeling a bit of a buzz, is like, "Yeah, you got to do it in one. You got to do it in one." And hey, you got to drink it in one, down in one, laddie. You got to get it in ya. And sadly, Blackhand accepts. He downs the Bogman's ale. Maybe this is the first time he's had a Bugman's, or maybe it's been so long that he forgot. It's extremely strong, and his stomach isn't ready, as
chug, 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 chug.
he
chug.
just... No, you're in your private room, so it's just you guys and a couple of servants, a couple of butlers. So Blackhand downs his pint and bashes it on the table before going very green very quickly, and it comes straight back up. Now, there aren't unlimited tables, so I know there aren't unlimited seats. So I'm going to roll a 1d100 and a 1d10. Hang on, no, how many are there? No, because there aren't
6.
as many. There aren't as, there's more seats than people, so there's a chance that Okay, Black Hand sat opposite no one. So as he projectile vomits, the food is sprayed upon. The food on the table is pretty much ruined. But it just flies out, hitting the chair and actually knocking the chair over as Black Hand just slumps forwards into what was left of his food and starts snoring.
I knew he wasn't a real dwarf. No real dwarf would do that. Now, Casper, it's your turn.
So, Livia, do you need to roll a willpower test?
I'm perfectly fine with that.
It's just the fact that he just can't protect from rain.
Get one insanity from that.
That's so worth it.
Now it's Casper's turn.
Oh god.
As Black Hand just...
You realise what happened in the background. She just saw his face turn green. She was like, "Yeah, no, fuck this."
The
I don't even know how
servants...
this will affect me.
The servants, hearing the... of just vomit flying out and just plush, plush, smash of the chair. They open the door and see what's going on, and one of them begins cleaning up. The other one goes off to get more servants. So there is
We need more people here.
Before the
Gotta
guy
see what
starts-
just happened.
Before the guy starts cleaning up, Uriel's gonna raise her hand and say, "Perhaps it would be best for you to wait a second." And then she looks at Casper.
Yeah. On, Casper. It's your turn now.
Oh god. Alright.
I feel like Casper should have a bigger negative.
Or a bigger positive.
I mean, that's the thing. I have the undead trait, so I'm immune to poison, so does that still affect us?
Damn you.
Drink it and find out.
So do you drink a Bugman's, Casper?
Yeah, I suppose.
It tastes like ash and vomit, and you feel nothing.
See? Even the cursed one's more of a dwarf than this lout.
I just put it down, I was like, yeah, it's alright.
He's immune to poison, and alcohol is a
Yeah.
poison. So
Uriel's gonna look at the butler. Now you can do it.
Aurelia, your turn.
So as
I'm
one of
really
the
gonna look
servants is cleaning up,
Oh,
another
fucking
servant appears at the door, and then another, and another, and they begin taking all the food off the table, cleaning up the vomit, cleaning up around Black Hand, because they don't normally pick clients up and take them to bed. They just clean round them, make sure that they're, don't have vomit and shit all over them, and clean them up. Before
can
more
I go-
food gets brought in, but kind of placed away from Black Hand.
Can I go get a glass of water and just pour it over Black Hand's head? As
No.
I see them cleaning around him.
No, I'm gonna pick
Let
him up
him
and bring
drink.
him to bed.
What's your strength bonus? That was high.
57.
Yeah, you're okay. So there's a bit of a to get him up, because he's a dwarf. He's a sturdy, stout dwarf,
I think
Stoutman.
But
I
you
think
do
Ragnar sees
get him
you
up
pick
without
him up.
rolling.
I mean, 115 plus my
Ragnar sees
total
you
weight
picking
is
him up.
369.
Yeah, but
It
you
goes
wouldn't
over
have
to
your
help you.
total. Because again, this is
I
in
can-
the morning. You're in a really safe club. If any of you try and tell me that you're fully armed and equipped, I will bitch slap your character and you'll lose a fate point. You
Yeah.
wouldn't be. You're
I'll
just
be-
in normal clothes, just in a safe space.
I'll be even
Ugh,
then. I
horrible
can
word.
I can lift 1,140.
Yeah.
Say what?
You've got him who can lift slightly more than I can, and me, who's gonna help him.
I mean,
Like-
I'm fucking dwarf and I can only lift 860.
I can
You
lift.
can lift as much as me.
Wow.
What
And
dwarf are you?
You lift a tiny bit more than me.
how are you so close to the others when you're a dwarf?
Because he's
I don't
ranged.
know.
I can lift 800.
Well, no,
My
because he's
strength is-
ranged. That's why. If you're a melee character, you have a higher strength
True.
strength and toughness. And it's based on
I have a
strength and
strength of
toughness.
4 and a toughness of 4.
It's
I mean,
because
oh
he's not a dwarf. He's a
This
bearded
is
halfling.
not actually a dwarf.
So,
Yeah.
He's a bearded halfling.
an hour goes by, and you all have your breakfast. And Blackhand, you can be woken up now. An hour has passed. It's now 10 o'clock.
Oh, I'm quoting that.
Same.
That's canon now. He's a
What's
halfling
canon?
in disguise.
I knew it. No.
I feel
No.
insulted.
Like that.
You
You're
bought
asleep.
that beard.
Yeah.
He's not a dwarf, he's just a bigoted halfling.
Bearded. Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's not a halfling because he wears shoes.
That too.
Yeah. Yeah. Shall we go meet Humperdinck before or after we wake the bearded halfling?
Just leave the halfling. Let him sleep. He'll be fine.
On the plus side, Casper, we don't need to find a drunk halfling next time you want to
I suppose. I mean, we still need to find the robes, but I can get those quite easily.
Devilish green.
I feel so insulted now.
You should.
Good.
The per bigoted halfling.
So as you gather up what you need, discussing if you should wake Blackhand or not, an hour has passed. You can if you wish. What would you like to do? Do you want to ask the servants? You were stinking drunk, so no. I know an hour has passed, but it does say someone can wake you after that time. Because it's only an hour, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to let you sleep all day, but yeah.
I think
Bring the
thinking
dwarf
drunk
along.
I mean,
has
it
a
does say
minimum of 4
or
hours.
until someone wakes you.
Yeah. You'll be fine. You could just wake up like an hour and a half into it or something. Just toddle along. Yeah.
I'll be nice. One of the servants, seeing your party being dicks, goes in to check on you, and it just gives you a little shake after an hour, wipes a bit more drool away, and you wake up to seeing one of the butlers there, just making sure you're all right.
Just shoots up and decks him in the face.
Playing with your beard.
Oh, stay off the beard.
That's a grudge.
Very well, sir. I will not remove the pieces.
Oh.
Give me a towel and give me 2 buckets of water. Also, do you have buckets left of the vomit?
Why do you want the buckets of vomit?
Sir, we have already cleaned. It's been about an hour and 5 minutes since your episode. The water, we can bring up some jugs and glasses, but I'm afraid we can't do buckets.
Don't you have some empty caskets?
Oh, well, it's not that, sir. It's just we have to keep up some decorum. We can bring you as many jugs and glasses of water as you'd like, but we can't just empty out a casket and give it to you. That's just not good enough for this establishment. We can get you some mineral water if you'd like. I believe we even have some ice that could go in there. You want a cold drink?
It's not a drink. It's to rinse.
Sir, there is a bathroom.
I take my quarter of a barrel along with me to the bathroom.
The beer?
Pretty sure you still have your stinking drink of a minimum of 4 hours. So even though you woke up, I would recommend against drinking again.
Yeah.
I mean, the casket was empty. I mean, the barrel, my quarter barrel was empty.
Oh, dear
Oh.
Lord.
I go to the bathroom, I clean myself thoroughly. So not the first time I went too far on a party. And I fill the barrel with the remains.
I would like to go to one of the servants that came in after we
Okay.
got rid of. After we got rid of Blackhand, I'd like to go to one of the servants and just tip them a gold coin
Sure.
for the problems that we caused. Why did my gold coins go up after adding a 0? That's a weird. Okay, weird calculator. Anyway, yeah, just
Okay,
like an
sure.
apologize for the mess our less than strong stomached friend caused.
Don't worry, sir. This is not the first time these things have happened in the Golden Hammer. Hey, take your gold and walk away. So,
I leave the bathroom and I empty the casket over Ragnar.
Oh.
What?
What?
Wait, so you
Well then.
so the bathroom is somehow connected to the room?
no. So this is for nobility. You know, royalty, high nobles can come here. So you do have a plumbed-in bathroom. It's not,
Yeah.
wash
He just
tubs
decided
with
to use
water
a
being
fucking
brought
barrel.
up.
I mean, I filled the barrel with the remains, didn't I?
Oh.
Oh.
So
Well,
you
that's gonna
can
I let it drop it.
you can do that if you want, but there does need to be rolls. Rolls have to be made. I can't
He's
just
coming
let
in
that
here with a
happen.
barrel. I'm gonna cast drop on him.
Wait, what? Who's coming in with a barrel? What?
It's
Don't-
turned to PvP.
It might be.
It's
So,
fine. I let
Blackhand-
it drop. I won't do it. I
Okay.
have some.
So there's just a used keg in your room that has dirty bath water in it. Fair enough. So it's now about 10:30. As you see Blackhand coming out of his room, cleaned and in fresh clothes.
Really does look like a halfling like that.
Welcome back, Blackhand.
Can I?
Say that in Elvish.
I'm gonna roll willpower to not choke on my water.
Ah, yes, tree speak.
Yeah.
Also known as
I
Vietnamese.
choke on my water and giggle, sparting some water.
Wait, is that Dillion?
No,
Eltharin.
this is Eltharin, yeah.
Damn you.
I don't know any other languages. Apart from classical.
I know, like-
Gazalit, Rijkspil, and Dillion. Also Kiltong.
Dwarf is
Mm.
Casalid.
I know Reichspiel
No, it's common.
Classic,
voice.
and I know Rangers can't.
I
Anyway,
know.
Arcane
We
language.
don't really need to
Yeah.
go through all of our languages.
Yeah, no.
So
Sorry.
you've
Sorry.
It was an
had
off
this.
the cuff comment.
No. I'm quite happy you guys having a laugh. That's part of the fantasy fucking trope. There's far more fun to be had in this. Dark Heresy is where we go dark and miserable. But it's about 10:30 now. You've all got ready, cleaned, and sorted yourselves out. What do you want to do?
I want to go up to Humperdinck with Casper and Aurelia.
Oh.
Try and convince him to not do the stupid thing.
Am I being a tool here to convince him, even though I'm of the opinion that he's not going to change his mind anyway?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're using the fact that Ragnar is slowly building up his charm, but he's not there yet.
I'm just your charm tutor. I'm just sitting there. Okay, now what you really should say is this.
Oh yeah.
So I have a perfect gift for this.
So, half of the
For my whole
warband makes their way out of their estate and starts heading upstairs to where Humperdinck's suite is. As you make your way up, it's far finer than what your suite is like, but your suite was probably the finest place that you've ever stayed. As you go up, you could see there's far more marble sculptures of all different colours and varieties, and different artworks painted by, you assume, famous painters, but I don't know if any of you really know any famous painters, so yeah, it's a nice... You make your way up, and there's only 3 doors up here. Even though it's a very large area, each door seems to take up 1/3 of the floor space. And you can only see one of the doors that has a hat on the door handle on the outside.
Oh.
Now, Casper, lead away.
And it appears to be like a tricorn hat, a 3-pointed.
Okay,
Maybe we should knock first? Not that Casper Ragnar has the knowledge to know what that means.
Oh, that's Edgar. What the fuck does it? What does that mean?
Okay, I'm just gonna look at Ragnar and say, that's the door. You may go first. It's your plan.
Can I make a? Oh, what would
There are
it be?
there are some servants and butlers on this floor
Yeah, no,
as well.
I'm just telling him that's the door. Go ahead.
What is the equivalent of scrutiny in this?
Deception?
Okay, can I make a
think it is
perception on
perception.
that?
So is the hat in the door?
Do I
So
have
you're
to
not-
counter
so
What's
charm?
the
the-
equivalent of the sock on the door handle?
So,
It's not so
well,
much
no.
he thinks
So
you're being
this is what
deceiving, it's
you're
just-
applying. This is what you guys are applying, and this is what
I know.
what kind. But
Yeah.
you don't know, so you can ask
Yeah.
someone, or you can try and roll something.
Yeah.
You can't really roll anything like perception because you've seen what it is. You just don't have the knowledge. So if you have a high society knowledge skill, then you can roll that, or you can just go and knock on the door.
Yeah, I was more rolling on what Casper said because it sounded like he knew more than he was letting on. But I don't know if Casper actually has the knowledge to know more than he's letting on.
I mean, I have etiquette, if that counts.
Sure, you can roll etiquette.
That's not really something you can roll, to be honest.
Oh,
a
it's just
talent.
just gives you a plus
Yeah.
10, doesn't it? So plus 10 to an intelligence roll.
Okay. Oh,
So
So you needed a high level of degrees. 1 degree or 2 degree would be you know of some things like that. Of 5 degrees, yeah, 5 degrees. You've heard of nobles having these silly little rituals. You're pretty sure a sock is that kinky times have gone on. Do not disturb. That's quite a common one. Tricorn hat. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
good.
wake at a certain time.
So, what are you not saying, Casper?
Maybe it's to bring extra for breakfast.
I think this is Humperdinck's symbol to come on ahead.
Is there a servant or a butler?
Yeah.
Yes.
around us?
At
God damn it.
that response, I'm gonna go ask a butler or a servant. Just like, what does that mean?
That means that the noble lord has guests, and that we should bring extra for his breakfast to serve more people. The tricorn means that he has 3 extra guests.
Oh.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Go on, Casper.
What the hell happens when he has a bowler hat? There's no wedges on that.
That means the room is full. Bring as much for
Ah.
every bed, and every bed more than likely being filled with at least one other person. If that makes sense, sirs.
What about? Okay, I'm not keep questioning you, but thank you. And is this Humperdinck's room or not? This one, or
Yes,
is
sir.
it-
That's Lord Humperdinck's suite.
Thank you. And I'll walk over to the door and knock it.
Enter.
Yeah, here we go again.
Roland's gonna
No
look.
one says that out loud, by the way. Like,
So as
Roland's gonna
you
look at the
open the
servant.
door and you look inside, you can see that there are a number of nobles. There is Humperdinck and 3 others. You would know that he only went up with 3. He went up with 3 families, so 6 people altogether. He's only got the men left. It appears that the ladies went back to their own estates. And all of them look kind of green and red eyes, bags under their eyes, drinking lots of water. And it appears as if they're trying to get a bit of a hair of the dog, because Humperdinck does have a wine glass next to him. But it doesn't look like it's being drunk much out of. He tries to, when you come in, he's like picking it up and no.
Is there breakfast in the room already?
Yes. It doesn't look like it's being touched, really. Nibbled upon would be more accurate.
My lord, you will probably need to drink that, given the events later on tonight. Or today, I should say.
Yes, you're quite right. I do have business to undertake today, don't I? I almost forgot, but it's coming back to me now. I remember. What business?
You have a duel at noon, sir.
you have a bitch to murder, sir.
You're going to
Couple of-
shoot the guard captain in the eye.
A couple of the other nobles are just kind of like nodding along, like, yes, Humperdinck, you do actually. Oh, do I?
Yes.
Well, isn't that
Forgive my
misfortunate?
bonus,
Humperdinck, you
Forgive my bonus.
He tries. He picks up the wine and just in one just. Do I?
Humperdinck,
now.
one drink.
Isn't. Oh.
Lord, maybe we should.
He slumps in his chair.
Maybe we should get him a Bugman's.
No, Ragnar, we should
I have
not.
a big smile on my face.
Don't see how that would improve matters.
We all had a Bugman's this morning. You may as well too.
Yeah.
Also,
Think of the insult, my lord, that the captain of the guard would feel if one he saw as lesser than him beat him in the duel.
Someone lesser than what now? He was like really concentrating for a moment, as if drinking that wine was a big mistake, and he kind of just sat there quite quietly, like, But then, as you say that, he kind of comes back. He's like, no, it's stay down. What?
He looks down on us non-humans quite
don't look at me.
drastically. You're mostly human. It's fine.
Yes, that's ballsack, fucking whatever is Sir nonsense name. Yes.
Yeah, Sir Asshole, I believe I called him last night. Although that wasn't
Fairly apt.
dwarvish, so.
Oh yes, I sent a message. Oh yes, I remember now. I sent a message. Oh, good for reminding me.
Message to who?
To get a fair adjudicator to ensure that there's no what's the word? Oh, foul play. Yes, we can't have any foul play for this duel, can we now? He kind of gestures to the other nobles, and they're just, yes,
Who
fair
that
play.
adjudicator will be, my lord?
Oh, the only one that the Marquis would even deem to accept, of course. Bane. Yes, Bane will come down, and we'll have his eye on the scene.
Wait, is Bane out character? Because out of character, I can't remember. Is Bane the one I saw giving the guy poison?
No, he's the wizard.
Bane
No,
Bane
Bane's
is the wizard.
Yeah.
Bane is the wizard. Okay, sorry, my brain is.
Yeah, Alof Quillbane, Lord Wizard.
Well, I'm just gonna look at the Lugan. Well, I suppose there goes this angle.
But that
At least they'll be good company.
that is a wise decision, my lord, as would be the suggestion that one of our non-human compatriots takes him on. It would be a blow to his honor that he wouldn't fully recover from.
I tell you what. I tell you what.
Recover from an honor if he's dead.
I tell you enough of a contest. That is how we can solve this little dilemma we have here, isn't it? He pushes against the table, and his chair kind of squeals out, and the other nobles, including him, all like wince and like, fuck, I'll lift it, push it back. Oh my.
I kind of go over to help him with the chair.
He raises his fat ass out of the chair slowly and walks along. Come this way. Whoever wants to partake, I suppose. The other nobles kind of just give him a wave of no, we're fine here. We don't want to rise. He gives them a respectful wave and an understanding look. He waddles his way into the games parlour of his suite, and he goes over to a basically a darts board, only it appears to be of leather rather than of fabric. And he goes and gets a couple of little boxes and places them down on the billiards table, and opens each box. And I think they're all loaded. I don't think we shot them last night. So everyone who wants to try and beat me, step forwards. I suppose I'll go first, and I can sit down again. He picks the pistol up, and he walks over to the line that you'll see on the floor, and stands up to it. Now, I don't believe you get any bonus for best quality. Yes, you do. Okay, so you can all
+5 ballistic skill, I think.
You can all add +5 to your ballistic skill for whatever ranged weapon you want to use. He's using his Hocklan, but he's just rolling it. You don't get any bonuses for other than a +5. However, he takes a -20.
I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna see, because Ragnar wants to see what he's like with guns. He's gonna pick up one of the pistols. And...
He's going to use a fortune point because he definitely wants to hit, even if he's pissed.
Are we all? Ira's gonna grab this.
Hey!
Wow.
Actually.
So Humperdinck is just pulls it up, just lazy-eyed, like fuck, poof, and this little ball and cap, little poof explosion goes off, because these are meant for indoors. They're low power. This little lead ball goes flying out and strikes just off the bullseye. Fucking there you go. I need to sit down. He goes and sits down, but looking pleased with himself at the same time, very, very sick.
Ragnar just gives Aurelia a look of you're going to be the one to actually fight, but how often do you get to shoot a weapon of this quality?
I want to try it too.
Rather just says by all means, people.
Yeah.
Give it a try.
Yeah.
I will try it too.
I'm gonna give it a go for why not.
Right,
+5, right?
Yes.
You know what Carl is gonna do?
We're all just trying for the hell of it.
At minus 15 because I don't have the talent for the.
I was gonna say-
if you don't have the talent, just take off the proficiency because it's not minus 15 or minus 20. It's actually half the
Yeah.
ballistic skill.
Oh, then
Do-
it's.
Are
Oh
we-
god, it's irregular. Never
You
mind.
failed
that would
even
still be a
worse.
miss. Yeah.
Are we getting aim bonuses or
No.
Sharpshooters are useless for me now.
Yes, but then Humperdinck would get sharpshooter as well.
Yeah.
Remember, he is built like a
So-
PC with the skills.
Yeah, that's fair. Just to see what would have happened. Ragnar is not good at shooting. Ragnar misses the board completely.
So at the moment, Humperdinck is in the lead.
I mean, I do have more successes than him.
How about best 2 out of 3, my lord?
Well, no, because it's,
Give me-
it's the number, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's
you
not
need a
all
crit-
about the number. It would also so technically Humperdinck needs to roll a 1d2, and on a 1 he gets a critical success. I'm not doing that right now because
Did
Yeah.
everyone try?
yeah, pretty much except from you.
Come on,
Okay.
Aurelia. Come on, Aurelia. Get a 1. Beat him.
Hit her, Kelly.
That's my flat with +5.
Like
I-
at some point, the level of the numbers of success has to mean something.
That's 21 target.
Okay, so Humperdinck is going to roll. God damn it! There's no 1d2s.
Just
/R1d2.
yeah, that works.
Yeah, but
Oh,
then
yes,
I've got
you
a
did get
type.
crit.
Okay, so he gets 2. So I don't know if we've done this before, but for critical success, I give an extra degree of success. So Humperdinck has 6 degrees of success.
Ready to fate yours.
No, sorry, he has 7
I don't
degrees
have
because he gets.
to.
Hang on, wait. So he's got 4 naturally. 1.
5, 6. He has 6.
Yeah, 5, 6. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he gets an extra 1. Yep.
I have 6 with what I currently have.
Wow.
Okay, so as Humperdinck and Aurelia as Aurelia fires and she looks at the board, hers is exactly in the same place as Humperdinck's, only on the other side.
Blimey.
Humperdinck not really watching, just like, what's... Oh.
Aurelia has beat you, my lord.
He looks over his shoulder, just like, has she?
Yes, my lord. She is quite a few millimeters. She's quite a few millimeters closer to the bullseye than you are, unfortunately.
Oh. Well, he's gonna do a willpower. He is pissed, but technically I should get you guys to at least roll.
Oh, I thought that was his willpower for a second. I was like, oh god, man, that's 94 willpower. That would be terrifying.
So, he does succeed, so he will do a perception to see if you guys are lying. Hang on,
Can he beat that charm?
Beat 8
I
degrees
don't
of
know if he
success.
can, but he... Where is... I always lose percept. There it is. He can, but he is still taking minuses, so... Yeah. No, he doesn't. Sure. Fine. I suppose I'm not really up to it on my best today.
Oh,
Sure, why not? It will be, I suppose it will be good for the warband, and... I don't seem to remember starting a duel with, Sir...
It was
That's-
not with him. It was with the young cuck.
the little rat man.
he slaps his thigh. I remember. I called out his secrets, didn't I? Ah,
Yes,
In public.
good
it was very
times,
enjoyable,
good
my
times.
lord.
Probably shouldn't have done that, really, but, it's coming back to me now. I seem to remember more of the evening.
Yes.
I shouldn't have done that, but it has indeed helped me gain the alliance of the good gentleman in he gestures to where the other nobles are sat, nursing their hangovers. It looks quite promising, actually, with what has happened and how jolly everyone got. Their lips were loosened considerably, and I was able to learn a little bit more of what's been happening. The Hollands don't really have much gripe, but I did get Ruth. She was quite impressed with some of my stories, so I think she has warmed to me a little bit more. But Lady Frances was hysterical with laughter. I've never seen a woman laugh so much in an evening at some of my tall tales and rather risque jokes, but she was very much enjoying it, which helped uncover a little bit more about Sir George. It turns out that Sir George was attempting to do an arms deal. He spent a vast sum of money on arms and armor, and he had said that he wanted to try and re-equip some of the sewer jacks. They're the names. He wanted to try and re-equip some of them, make better equipment available to them for a better price, but he was going to get them into a payment scheme, which was very, very clever of him. Although they would buy it at a lower price, he took a bit of inspiration from Lord Thomas, and he was going to put interest on the payments. So over a few years, they pay back more. Very ingenious, very, very smart of him, very savvy. But it seems that the Marquis saw that wealth as a threat, and that Lady Frances, Lord George's daughter, was up and coming through the ranks as well. He feared that she may end up being favoured by the Countess, maybe even made into one of her legendary handmaidens. So Lord George told me that he had several threats from the Marquis and the Marquis's men, but nothing implied properly, shady words and cloak and dagger nonsense. Well, he didn't believe it. And when they attacked his merchant partners, he just didn't stop. And that's when the Marquis went for his daughter, it seems. So, of course, after last night and after learning this, I have gained stalwart allies with them. But the Woodards, after Ragnar, your deeds last night, and how much Elizabeth hates the Marquis just because of his sex-pesty ways and glaring eyes and nonsense. But they are well on board. Yes, they've agreed to do several mercantile deals. All three of us have, in fact. We're thinking of maybe opening up a syndicate of some sorts, but time for another day. But anyway, I ramble. We should have enough people together that if this afternoon's duel goes splendidly, the Marquis may lose his grip. In fact, Lord Robert even mentioned that he has several up-and-coming military friends that he would love to appoint to the guard captain's post. So the wheels are turning now. So be patient with any moves further on down the line, and let's see how this duel plays out. It should be fine with Olivia. taking my place. I could play up being under the weather a little bit more.
What do you mean play up? My lord, you were shit-faced.
It was a late night, and well, hunger pains woke me more than being. Well, no, I needed to throw up. That was the real reason I woke up this morning and found that my other lords had also needed to void themselves from the evil biles within. He taps his stomach as he says that.
Well, my lord, you couldn't have been worse than Blackhand this morning.
I don't know.
No.
He gives you a really.
Something better.
He gives you
I
a
did
really
drink
like
something
knowing
better
look.
All over the table, my lord, but I haven't seen anything like it. I don't think he's a real dwarf.
I would like to see you drink it again right now. Same temper stink.
You're not here, right?
Drink what?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a dwarven delicacy, my lord. A bugman's, they call it.
Oh, fuck off. I've been fooled into drinking that shit. No offence, I know it is a delicacy among your people, but it's utter shite. One drink on it, you're shit-faced. I mean, what's the fucking point?
My lord, I had a nice cup of it and I'm fine.
Yes, both me and Casper
You're
are
cursed.
fine. It's
He was gonna start
It's-
scrutinising that with his like looking at you like, is he telling the truth? And then just hearing Blackhand, you're cursed. It's like, oh yeah, yes, fair enough.
but
God damn it, Blackout.
it is not intended
You
for non-dwarven consumption. That's why I have my doubts about Blackhand's
I would like to see
ancestry.
you drink it right now again.
Ancestry. Have you not looked in a mirror? You looked
Out of
bloody
You
character,
dare to
same.
bring up the
No.
ancestors.
Just Ragnar.
Blackhand should know.
I just have a shit-eating grin on my face. Like,
I'm gonna walk out into the hallway and ask for another one from the nearest waiter or butler.
don't do this to me.
Yes, I will.
Sure, they'll pretty much do whatever you ask.
Oh dear lord.
My lord demands it.
Is he asking
Jazz,
for?
no.
Is Humperdinck asking for me to have another one, or is it just Blackhand?
For you to have another one.
No, I was asking if who was asking me to have another one. Was it just Blackhand, or was it Humperdinck as well?
Both, I think.
I'll call after them. Get enough for everyone.
They'll probably tell you they don't have enough to get one for everyone in the room.
Okay, so it's one for... Okay, at least one for Ragnar and one for Blackhand. 'Cause
And
if he's
one
doing
for
it, you're doing it too.
Yeah, and one for Casper as well, just to prove it.
Fine.
Casper doesn't get in. I
Yeah.
drink food in.
He's
Yeah,
more of a
fuck you,
dwarf.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, you can have my one.
So
Yeah, you can have two.
So just so that we're clear, because Ragnar, this will affect you as well. You've still had a drink. You've drunk
Yep.
one. You're at, so it's
Yep.
not minus 20 this time. It would be
Yep,
more.
I'm fully aware. This is why I'm telling Blackhand, this is a stupid idea. You're not, even by the customs of our most
Minus
studious
30
holiday.
people.
I think this is going to be the first time a dwarf's going to die of alcohol poisoning.
You brought up the ancestors. We will prove to the ancestors we are dwarfs.
After you, Blackhand. Once
Minus 30. If you get a 1, you obviously pass. If you get a 2, you roll a 1d2 on a 1, you pass.
Yeah.
But it's the strongest drink in fantasy. There are repercussions for drinking multiples.
Albie's
Yeah.
having two, Albie's having two!
He won't drink the first one and survive, you know. He'll drink the first one and...
Blackhand,
unless you get
prove-
a 1 or a 2.
prove to me you can handle it, and then I shall have my second.
No. We
No,
arrived
No.
at the same time.
You, Ragnar,
You brought up
you were
my
both
ancestors.
having it.
You're
Yeah,
going to be.
He's going to drink 2 of them. At least you could do is have them at the same time. Okay?
He will
The
attempt
worst thing that
to drink
happens-
2.
Yeah. Go on then. Roll it.
I'll wake him up if I have to.
Can Livia cure alcohol poison?
Go on. I have it queued up.
Real
Right.
quick. I want to move over to the nearest noble, like one of the big nobles, and
Yeah.
5 gold. 5 gold. The black-haired one passes out.
So for one of the, hang on, let me. One of them will
Oh.
take you on that.
Carla is going to position herself in a way that,
Yeah.
come hell or high water, she's
Yeah.
not going to be hit by ballistic puke.
Yeah, I am facing the target so that if I do ballistic puke, I try to
Oh,
hit
I
the target.
survived the first drink.
Right. Now roll your seconds.
No.
Come on, Waldo.
No,
Okay.
it's your
Yours.
turn.
Minus 30.
Oh my god!
Is that minus 30?
That's minus
Yeah.
30. I'm at 54.
So, Ragnar, as you drink your second one down, you're drunk. There's no getting away. You have passed, but you are drunk. You can tell that you are slurring your speech a bit and wobbling. You haven't got any negatives, but
No more alcohol for the day.
Unfortunately, Blackhand, you drink your second Bugman's down, and you feel fine. I've only had a few, officer. You feel fine.
I mean, I also
There's
drank
minus 30. Minus 30 to your weapon skill, ballistic skill, agility, and intelligence. Please add that to your modifiers.
That
And
is
roll a
from
1d10.
I was gonna say that's still from his first one. He hasn't rolled his second one yet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'm gonna say
So for 1 hour, you are...
You're immune to
oh,
fear.
sorry, no. For a minimum of 4 hours.
Oh,
So
4
for 4 hours, you are that drunk. Please add minus 30 to all the... In the modifier thing, on your core profile.
So, weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, toughness, agility, and intelligence.
No, just weapon skill, ballistic skill,
Ballistic
agility, and intelligence. Your strength and toughness and
Before
willpower
he
are fine.
Drink himself into a coma.
I'd
Yeah.
at least give
Possibly.
him plus 10 to fellowship, just for the sheer hell of it.
Out of curiosity, does this mean I get another D10 amount of immune to fear?
I don't think
No.
it's.
I mean,
No, it doesn't stack.
okay, that's good.
I-
Otherwise, I should be downing these things and going to fight bloodthirsters.
I was gonna say this is. I mean, it's been an hour, so can I have that hour back then at least? On my
I'll
7.
give you that. I'll give you back. It can refresh. That's fine.
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna
Also-
go to the noble and say double or nothing on the second drink.
I'm on that one as well.
He accepts. He goes, okay, sure, yeah, I'll take that. So, Ragnar, can you please give me a minus? I mean, I'm gonna keep it a minus 30, but I
Should
think
be a minus 40 at this point, at least.
minus 40.
I'm pretty sure it's Blackhand. That's
That's
the
sorry,
thing.
Yeah,
sorry
that's what I
for
mean.
so for Ragnar minus 30, for Blackhand minus 40.
Ragnar's not having a second. It was Blackhand that's having the second.
Oh, it's only
It's
Blackhand.
just Blackhand.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
dear.
Casper gave it to Blackhand.
So, Blackhand, you are your own person. If you don't want to drink it, okay.
You
1d100.
don't want to drink it.
Dwarf.
Fuck you, I'm drinking it.
1d100.
Blackhand.
Oh,
57.
which one's that?
Are you looking at my halfling?
Oh, you little
Oh,
green skin. Am I no dwarf enough? I want you to see. Drink another one.
your attacks are reduced by 1. I hope
No,
you have
reduced.
multiple attacks.
Reduced to 1.
Or just
Oh
2.
no,
it's-
no,
I
it's
know,
just
No,
by
it
5.
is.
one.
No,
By
it
one,
is.
yeah. Okay.
I believe we can't
For
even
eight
understand Ragnar. Not Ragnar. I can't. I don't think we can understand Blackhand anymore.
Yeah, you just say.
I mean, you do understand it.
Oh fuck! What did I allow? I
Fuck me.
was this really the
See,
best
I am a dwarf.
move? I
Take cover, my lord.
I owe this man 10 gold.
I owe him 5 as well because I said I was going in on that bet as well.
Oh.
I keep on pestering Ragnar, just saying, "Am I now a true dwarf? Use
Am I
or
a
he
true
drink another
dwarf
one."
yet?
Except
Am I a
for,
true dwarf yet? Daddy cried in the corner.
except you are so drunk, I can't understand you.
You probably can, Blackhand. If any, sorry, Ragnar. If anyone can understand him, it would be you, because you've been in many dwarven holds where dwarves are celebrating and being drunk, and hey, you're used to dwarves. Like, "Aye, a fucking bastard! I've been up to the fort of fucking clean skins. And we're coming after the ancestors." You're used to understanding that shit because you grew up.
So he
with
just
it.
speaks Irish.
The humans. The humans are like, holy fuck, I've never seen someone slur their language so much. The elves are just like, what the fuck is this?
It's like that scene from Hot Fuzz where you have 3 levels of he does
Yes.
for this one. Just go,
Yes,
Sounds
there's
like
3
fucking
levels of
knowledge.
translation, and it's just like,
I will admit, Blackhand, you probably have more dwarf in you than I gave you credit for after you projectile vomited everywhere.
At least he didn't do that this time.
The grudge is settled.
well, this is
Back him up the back of his shoulder.
If anyone wants to talk to him for the next day, you may have to talk through me. He's gonna be like this the whole time.
I mean, this has been very, very interesting, but he looks over at a clock on the wall, and it's now 11:15. We really do need to get going if I have a duel at noon.
Yes, before you go to that duel, you said you had trinkets from the south, yes?
Yes?
Should you be willing to part with some for a price once you have blades from the south?
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure what my manifest is at the moment.
You're
I
talking
think
to
I
a
have some
really drunk,
weapons.
hungover man about what he's got in his inventory.
Yeah, well, I was kind of wondering maybe that business talk would sober him up, but oh well, I'll just have to go for the crate myself then.
I mean, I'd rather you not just go through my merchandise, but if you find my ledger, which I think is on the ship. Or did I have it brought? I had some things brought to me last night, didn't I? What the fuck happened?
I think.
My lord, you had booze brought in.
Oh, I had some others. Ah, well, fuck it. It'll be fine. I'm sure it will be fine. He just keeps thinking as if he's forgotten something and looking around like, I did bring shiny stuff with me. Ah, well then. Anyway, yes, we should be off. I will go and get ready. Put on my finery. I will be back in 5-10 minutes. And 5 or 10 minutes later, Humperdinck returns. He's in more of a traditional noble attire for Hockland. So lots of greens, different shades of green, and you'd see his family house crest on there, which is, I believe, a hunting dog and a Hockland long rifle. And he gathers you all up. I believe everyone should be in their nice clothes as you make your way out of the Golden Hammer into a carriage, and the carriage takes you out of Nuln. You don't go far.
Humperdinck's crest is merchant scales with a Hockland long rifle.
Ah, okay, so it wasn't the dog. Scales. So you go just outside of Nuln itself. Would that be an estuary? No, it's not. Doesn't go that far. Yeah, it would be. Hey, along the river. I can't remember what river this fucking is. The River Reich, isn't it? I think.
I think it's the Reich, yeah.
So he stops the carriage. Come here. There, fucking hell. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. So he stops the carriage, and he gets out. You guys have got there a little bit later than what would be normal. So you're at noon. You've arrived rather than arriving 10-15 minutes before and going through procedure.
Look at that. It's noon.
As you get out of the carriage, you can see an impatient Sir George Edward Bolton. Well, I haven't got the names up, so I'm doing this all from memory. He looks extremely annoyed that he has been kept waiting. You guys are fighting, so I can close Humperdinck's sheet. And he is stood there with Lord William Harding Hull, the snivelling little wretch. His wife is not there. Another man is there, a blonde-haired man, who some of you know or have seen before.
Jonas, you prick.
And you can see two servants who are holding a wooden box each, and in between them is the mage Bane, who looks. There's an annoyed expression, but there's also intrigue. He's like looking over at. He's doing his job basically. Checking the weapons, checking that everyone removes their rings who's been engaged in the duel.
No lucky charms, that kind of thing.
Yeah, two men go in with nothing, or they both have stuff, but it was agreed that there would be no magic interference, no lucky charms. Sorry?
Nothing but joke.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.
I will repeat it after the session.
Okay.
And you can see that as Humperdinck gets out, he is playing up his sickness to the level that he's gone very green. Is he playing up his... As he gets out of the cart and his legs kind of wobble, he goes round on the side of the cart and throws up. Maybe not so much of a play.
I just give Livia a worried look. Like,
I think the motion sickness got to him.
We'll be fine.
Exactly. As he stops retching and cleans himself up and takes a hit, takes a swag of a water bottle that he has, a water sack that he has with him. You can hear him gargling and then spitting the water out. He drinks some and then makes his way out and, Bane, glorious to see you again, my friend. I apologise for my lateness, but it was a rather heavy night of celebrating and telling jokes and revealing secrets. As he says that, he looks straight at William Harding. Yes, well, Humperdinck, it seems I was the only person who could adjudicate this without bias. Considering that the Marquis has got involved as well, this news has been taken to the Countess directly. She's most intrigued in your little feud. It's not a feud, it's not... I simply told everyone that snivelling little wretch's secrets, and he challenged me to a duel, and what secrets were those? I forget, Bane, you're not in the circle of nobility. So that snivelling, he raises his voice, that snivelling little wretch over there, Harding looks over him as well as Sir Edward. Well, he watches his wife get fucked, and the Marquis is the one who fucks her. Most disgusting. Bane kind of gives this really, what the fuck kind of And then just a relieved sigh of, I'm glad I don't get involved in this nonsense.
Nobility is stupid.
Bane gives a little nod to that. So, Humperdinck, I can presume you will not be taking part directly? Oh, no, too much alcohol, I'm afraid. The bad bile needs to come out, and, my warband, I have selected through brutal competition of strength of arms and, oh, bloody hell, and strength of will and keenness of sight, found a champion. He raises his arm out and Aurelia of the forest will be my champion. He kind of moves over to the side for a minute, and you can see him kind of wheezing, just.
Aurelia will lower her hood, step forward, give a bow to Bane.
Bane
She's gonna look at Ragnar.
Bane gives you a bow.
She's gonna look at her, well, the guy she's gonna be doing, Edward, and she's not gonna give a bow. She's just gonna give a head nod, and then she's gonna turn to Ragnar and just gonna start unloading her weapons on Ragnar, and she'll say, "Please, could you hold these for me?"
He sneers at you, Edward. Edward.
Ragnar will help. Aurelia.
Bane turns to you, Aurelia. I will need to examine you to ensure that you do not have any enchantments or magical spells or blessings placed upon you. One moment, please.
Of course. While Aurelia is giving Ragnar stuff, she's also gonna take off her arrowhead pendant, which is her lucky charm, and she's gonna give it to Ragnar.
Okay. So Bane actually stands there, looking for magic for a number of minutes. As you're taking off items, he doesn't just do it once, he does it multiple times and walks around you and checks, and you have nothing enchanted on you, or you won't be using it, so you come up as mundane. And he then, I have already examined Edward, but be assured I will continue to do my service throughout the duel. I will not allow any magical intervention in this proceedings. You have my word on that.
Ragnar just looks at the talisman you gave him kind of carefully and just holds it. Just holds onto it. Doesn't put it in his pocket as if like casually, just kind of, just make sure that he's still got it to give it back to you, and wishes you good luck. It's just that scene of just taking things. More things and more things.
Aurelia's gonna give Ragnar a bow. She's gonna turn to the comrade. She's gonna give a small stretch and say, "Whenever you're ready."
Okay, so you are within Nuln's walls and the defences of Nuln. You're only, 10 meters away from the main wall, maybe 20, given that there's a river there. As you stand on the banks of the river, you go up to each other. Edward walks up to you. He sneers at you so he couldn't fight his own battles then. Oh well, I suppose killing you would be just as good.
Look who's talking, Captain.
Aurelia would just smile. He can fight his battles, my lord. It's just that he felt that someone such as yourself did not deserve to be killed by a noble. So that's why you're not one.
Just hear air horns from the future.
He gives you a scornful look as you say that, and just there's a
Relative
dirty
to
look that
players.
comes on his face.
So does that mean Aurelia is about to ruin this man's whole career?
Before the duel
Pretty
actually
much.
starts, he, as you say that, he looks down at you and... My lord has enjoyed your people's pleasures multiple times. Somehow I don't think me killing off one of them will upset him too much, but remember this, cretin. You are nothing in these lands. Just because Humperdinck has taken you in doesn't mean that you are anything special.
Lord, if your words meant anything to me, I may actually pay attention to them, but frankly, Mariah is gonna take her life soon, so let's just get on with this, shall we?
Thought you were gonna show it.
He bows, nods his head, and gets in position, which is at... He turns round back to back with you.
Okay.
Grab his butt.
Power move and a half. Do it.
Send him mixed messages.
Grabs the butt, just gives like nice good squeeze, and then just walks 10 paces forward.
Firm.
I'll enjoy eating that later. I mean,
I'm not a cannibal, goddammit.
He can't be cannibal, he's human, you're an elf. Completely different species.
Exactly.
Sorry.
for a
I
moment,
don't...
Casper gets this feeling of, that would be a tasty ass. That is Nuln's ass.
So,
That man is
as
the
you
embodiment
go-
of being an ass.
as you go back to back, you take 10 paces. And then Bane tells you that on the sound of the bell, you will turn and fire.
Just to make sure, do we have best quality pistols, each of us?
You both have best quality pistols.
Okay.
The rules are, on the sound of the bell, you turn and you fire.
Okay.
A spell happens, and you both hear in your heads the sound of a bell. And at that point, the sounds of cannon fire can be heard coming from Nuln.
Oh no.
And that's where
No,
the
don't do
camera
this.
zooms
No.
out.
No, you bastard.
I would like to
Oh.
roll dodge.
Yes. The
Ah.
camera
How dare
zooms
we
out
relax?
at the sound of cannon fire.
I hate you.
Oh yes. Oh yes, my friends. And that is where we end this episode. In the next episode, what will happen? Is Nuln under attack? Will the duel go ahead? If the duel does go ahead, will
Was he
both
under attack?
our characters survive? Or are there plans and schemes going off that no one saw coming? Well, you'll have to tune in next week to find out. I certainly hope you've enjoyed this episode and are looking forward to future episodes to come. Please remember I upload videos and these RPGs to my YouTube channel at Dyslexic Gamer in YouTube. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. So take care everyone, and as always, bye bye for now.
Bye.
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 Bye.